In a quiet, peaceful village lived a 16-year-old girl named Anya. She came from a humble family and was known for being hardworking. But no matter how much she studied, she couldn't seem to pass her exams. Each failure chipped away at her confidence. Her classmates succeeded with ease, while Anya's dream of making her family proud felt like it was slipping further away with every test. One afternoon, as she sat in the courtyard with yet another failed result in her hands, her grandmother noticed the sorrow on her face. "Anya, come. Let's take a walk," Grandma said gently. They walked in silence until they reached an old, twisted tree near their home. There, Grandma stopped and spoke with a sigh. "There was a time when I was just like you, Anya. I too faced failures that felt unbearable." Anya looked up, surprised. "When I was your age," Grandma continued, "I dreamt of becoming a doctor. I wanted to help the people in our village who suffered from illness, but our family was poor and education was a luxury. Still, I studied with all my heart, believing I could change my life." Anya listened closely as her grandmother's eyes softened with memories. "I passed my exams, but when I went to the city for the medical entrance test, I failed. The exam that mattered most. I still remember walking home with that failure letter, ashamed to face my parents. People in the city laughed at me. They said I wasn't meant for such dreams and that I should give up." Her voice trembled slightly, but she went on. "But my father, your great-grandfather, told me something I never forgot. He said, 'Failure is not falling down. It's refusing to rise after you've fallen.'" Anya's eyes widened. "What did you do then, Grandma?" Her grandmother smiled, a mix of sorrow and strength in her gaze. "I went home heartbroken, but I didn't give up. I returned to the city and tried again. I failed again, and then again. But each time I learned something new, where I had gone wrong and what I needed to change. I never stopped trying." She paused, her voice warm with pride. "In the end, I didn't become a doctor, but I became a nurse. I helped people in ways I could have never imagined. I didn't achieve my first dream, but I found another one. I never stopped learning, Anya. I never stopped rising." Anya stood quietly, letting the words sink in. For the first time in a long while, the weight on her shoulders felt lighter. Her failures were not dead ends, they were lessons. Grandma gently cupped Anya's face in her hands. "Failure is not weakness, my dear. It means you are still trying, still growing. The only real failure is giving up. You are not failing, Anya. You are learning." A sense of peace washed over Anya. The fear and shame that once clouded her mind began to fade. Her failures were not final. They were steps toward something better. Failure is not the finish line. It is a part of growth, learning, and eventual success. Every mistake carries a lesson, and perseverance is the key that unlocks true potential. Never stop trying, never stop learning, never stop rising.